Hello world, how are you doing? Nika Diwa, as you know, my name is Emeka. We have been content creators for a while now, and we've done a lot of content from educational, infotainment. It occurred to us late this past year that you guys don't really know us, so we want to start it off this year sort of introducing ourselves. Letting you guys in a little bit more as to who we are and how we sort of evolve and we're growing, and be really super honest about what we're going through too. A lot of you see us as almost like living memes. Many of you really feel like you know us, and we've talked with many of you over the years.
Love you guys.
And we love you guys. We talked with you online, and even when we come across you in our day-to-day lives. And big up to all those people who come across us and say, hey, we love you, because the feeling is super mutual. The channel started with a calling.
It started with postpartum depression.
Well, it started with a calling. We were called to be in the Philippines. We were called to be in the Philippines. My wife worked in corporate fashion and I worked in corporate restaurants, and we gave up our lives and moved to the Philippines. And while we were in the Philippines, the pandemic hit. And at that time we were going through a lot of difficulty, because of isolation. And there was some massive, depression that I was going through, and even greater depression my wife was going through postpartum, because we had just had a baby. I was working on a lot of business opportunities, which I had, that literally just vanished with the pandemic. So we went from living a pretty affluent, solid life to having basically zero money.
I remember I was pregnant and was looking for change in the couch to buy Jollibee, which is the equivalent of McDonald's in the Philippines. And at one point we barely had money to buy diapers. At one point we didn't have a place to live. We're homeless, and a friend took us in, and I felt so alone and fell into deep postpartum depression, which prompted me to start a TikTok because I didn't have any followers and I felt like nobody would judge me. And turns out you guys didn't judge me. Instead, you embraced me, and you guys see like a viral sensation that led to 6 million followers across all our platforms, but you don't know how much you saved me in so many ways. And so I have a confession to make, because I haven't even talked to my close friends about this, and I'm going to be messaging them after this. But I realized that the last couple of days I've fallen back into depression again. And it's like, at first I thought I was just feeling sick and it was the flu. But now that the sickness is wearing off, I'm realizing that I'm having a bit of another chemical imbalance. And it's frustrating because I look around at everything and I feel like there's no reason for me to feel this way, but I do. And I had to force myself out of bed today. And someone commented, "You're always happy all the time. How are you happy all the time?" And then I called him and said, enough. I can't keep showing up online when they think that I'm happy all the time, and that's not the truth. And you've understood before, so I'm hoping that you'll understand again. It's just a really hard thing I go through sometimes, and sometimes I don't like to talk about it all the time because I don't want to be the depressed mom or the depressed wife, the overstimulated girl all the time. But the reality is like, mental illness isn't like a trend. It's a thing that happens, and I don't know how to show up as an influencer all the time because I don't want to influence you to be depressed. But like, this is my life, and it's really hard to show up and try to navigate how to climb out of this and rest and like not scare my kids. And so I wanted to be honest with you because I love you guys, and I want to really fight for a space that's honest. And in order to do this, I think we're gonna have to let you in to what's going on in my head right now. And I don't know if it's gonna lift. Sometimes it lifts like tomorrow, or maybe it'll be a couple weeks. I don't know. I'm gonna talk to my psychiatrist about medicine, I think, if it doesn't lift soon. But it's just not what it seems. And so I implore you to please be kind to yourselves and to people who look like they're happy. And I just want to thank you for being here, and I want to thank my husband for being my rock and being really patient, and for cultivating a space. Like, my stepson is in the back and I feel safe enough to talk about this, and I love that we've nurtured an environment like that. But we're gonna be, I think, posting more content like this, because I can't do anything surface right now.
So just to add to that, we're going to be posting more content like this because we're struggling in many areas, but we're thriving in others. And we also know that many individuals in our community are struggling. And you guys have reached out to us and have been really inspired by some of our candid moments. And we want to create a forum. So we're going to be doing a lot more content where we're going to be pulling in your life stories. And we're going to be talking about it, and we're going to sort of energize the community to support one another. We all have a responsibility to one another. Now, we're not perfect. You know, my wife was from a third world country in the Philippines, where she grew up, and she immigrated to the U.S. And me, I grew up in a village that, at the time when I was born, had no running water and no electricity. So we are a model of the American dream, and we're just like many of you who are just basically trying to find our way in the darkness.
And the darkness is right. That's where I am right now. And I wanted to quit. Like, I really wanted to quit, because I was like, how am I going to keep showing up? And I realized that to quit would be to fail myself, but would also be to fail you guys, because we've been through a lot. Some of you have been here with me from the beginning.
Yeah.
And to quit would be to tell you that it's okay to only show up when you're like good. And so this is where I am right now, and this is what I'm offering to you guys. Like, this is all I can give right now. And so thank you guys for being here, and I'm looking forward to having more of these conversations, because it's all I can do right now. So we're gonna take it easy, and I think we're gonna be intentional and meaningful until I can get better, because my priority is myself and my family, and being really a safe and honest place for you guys, especially the ones who are true OGs, who really like ride for us. And so thank you.
We love you guys.
Love you guys.
And we're really excited, despite, you know, look, this is a cloud, and we're in the tunnel. We're going to get out, and, you know, you're going to hear so much more about us, like stuff like I've died 2 times. There's some really crazy stories that we're going to introduce you guys to, that'll add dimensions and depth to this relationship, because we really value you guys, and we value what it is we're up to. You're going to meet some more of our people. Simeon's in the back hiding right now. Well, not really hiding, but
I love him very much, and I'm grateful for family right now. And
Yo, what's up?
He's the best. We're gonna go ride some go-karts.
Yeah, we're gonna go for a go-kart.
And hopefully that the endorphins help me a little bit. But yeah, I like being around Simeon because he makes it really easy. He doesn't like ask anything heavy of me. It's just easy to be with, which is what I need right now. So God knows.
He's the smartest, most handsome.
Yeah, he's the best.
Yeah.
He's gonna teach me how to play Call of Duty once I get the strength to get out of bed. Okay, I love you guys. That's all.
Love you guys. Happy New Year's.
Happy New Year.
Let's
Bye.
rock.